Welcome back to DLTV, the Healing Channel. This is Destiny Love. I'm so glad you joined us today, and I hope that you're all doing well. But if you're not doing so well, be encouraged. Trouble doesn't last always. One day at a time, one step at a time. Just keep breathing in and out and keep being encouraged because everything is going to be all right. So in this episode, we are going to continue our discussion on narcissistic personality disorder. And at the end of this video, I am going to announce the winner of the game we played last week. It was fun. Thanks for joining us. So let's get started. In part one of this series, I spoke to you about what narcissistic personality disorder actually is from a clinician's standpoint, and also from what it looks like in regular life. And then I also talked to you about how it played out in my own life. I said to you that they are manipulative, they are controlling, and they are selfish. They will lie to you, and they are abusive verbally. They can be physically abusive, and if you're being physically abused, you stay tuned because you need a strategy, you need a plan to get out of that situation. Or they can be emotionally abusive. You know how they're just not available to you, or you know what it's like to be emotionally abused, and if not, I'm sure you can imagine. They are cowards. They will never confront you about the things that you did to hurt them or hurt their feelings or say something that they didn't like. They'll go behind your back and they'll talk about you, and they will create narratives that are not true. And that's because they are weak, and they have to get their supply, if you will, which is one of those words, and we're going to talk about that right now, from outside sources. They don't feel good enough on the inside in order for them to live a life and feel like they're good and important like they think they are. That's why they need the praise and the attention and any and everything that they can get, even if they're not feeling well, the pity, for you to feel sorry for them. Whatever their plight is, they're always trying to get something from you. If you're in relationship with them, whether it's personal, friendship, job, whatever, you are the supply. These narcissists have many supplies, and it's like going to a gas station filling up, because that's why they always have so many people around them, or they always have to have, like I said, the praise or the attention or the light, because they don't feel like they have it within themselves, although they do wear a mask and let you see what they want you to see, and not really who they are. And who they are some very miserable individuals who have low self-esteem, though they look like they're grandiose and they're all that, who puts people down when they feel good about themselves. And these people do that and talk about people behind their backs and all of that type of thing. But what draws you to the narcissist is their charisma. They're charismatic, and they can put on a mask and show you that they're loving and they're friendly and they care about you. So they love bomb you, just boom, just bombs of loves and gifts and attention and all of that to draw you into where you possibly are right now. And then they gaslight you. They'll start to gaslight you, and that's something that I told you about before that I want to now define for you. And the definition of that, let's just give an example and definition. Gaslighting happens when an abuser tries to control a victim by twisting their sense of reality. An example of gaslighting would be a partner doing something abusive and then denying that it even happens. In other words, they say something horrible to you, just absolutely off the wall, make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, might even make you cry. And you've never cried in front of this person before. And so what they said, you shed some tears, and you say to them, why would you say that to me? And what would they say to you? Here's the narcissist. You're a crybaby. What are you talking about? You just said something horrible to me, and you repeat what they said. And they'll say to you, I didn't say that. You must be crazy. You are out of your mind. You know what? No wonder you've never been married before. No wonder nobody wants to be around you. I mean, you're a crybaby, you're complaining, and I didn't even say, and you're a liar. I didn't even say that. That is gaslighting. They're flipping the script back around on you. Okay, so now the love bombing is going to start again after that, because now they know they've gotten on your bad side, and they want to draw you back in. So later on, they're never going to apologize or admit that they were wrong. Then they may send you flowers or cook you dinner or whatever the situation is that they know that you like. So now you're back in their good graces. And so now they're going to deflect. And what does that mean? Okay, here's a quick example. You let them use your car, right, for 2 days, and all they have to do is pick you up after work on time. Okay, the first day they're not on time, you don't say anything. The second day, it's raining. You've been standing outside for 20 minutes. You're wet. The building is locked, and they drive up and you say, wait a minute, what took you so long? You left me here standing in the rain. What is going on? This is the narcissist. You're never satisfied. I went and got us something to eat. I picked up cleaning. I brought you an umbrella. You know what? Here, take your keys. You're just a complainer. What did they do? They deflect that thing back on you and not looking at the fact you're driving my car. You borrowed it. I asked you to pick me up. Not only are you late both days, I'm standing here in the rain for 20 minutes. You're not supposed to confront them. Don't you understand that? So now you have pissed them off. You have made them angry. Now they feel like they're going to get you back. Because remember, they're cowards. They're not going to face you and say, I didn't like that, or don't talk to me that way. Oh, no, now they're going to punish you. They could punish you with silence or ghosting you. But many times they create flying monkeys. And monkeys don't fly. Remember the last time we spoke about that? So here's the scenario with that right quick. So somebody comes up to you and asks you about, not you, coming up to the narcissist and asking them about you. So they say, hey, do you think it's Joe Blow that's taking some of that money out of the fund that we have set aside, you know, the petty cash? Here's the narcissist. Here's the person. I thought it was Joe Blow. Thanks. So they go run and they tell somebody else, you know what? I knew that it was Joe Blow stealing that money. And that person said, And they go run tell their friend, you know what? We were right all along. It was Joe Blow. Look at here. When Jane Doe knows that she's the one that had her hand in the cookie jar stealing that money, and Joe Blow didn't have nothing to do with it. But what did that person do? They created flying monkeys, a narrative that is false, swirling around in the atmosphere. And that person, the narcissist, never said a word. They just gave gestures. So it can't come back on them because they'll say, I never said that. I don't know what you're talking about. Now you got this false narrative going on about you, these flying monkeys. Monkeys are real, but they don't fly. So somebody's stealing the money. That's part of the truth. But it has nothing to do with you. And now there's a narcissist because they're going to get you back and pay you back because you told them that they were late picking you up. Now there's rumors around that you're stealing. Never defend yourself from flying monkeys. Hear me good today. Because what goes around comes around. Karma, The seed you sow, that's the harvest you're going to get. I know it looks like these narcissists get away with everything. It looks like they never get theirs. But let me tell you something. What you put out is going to come back. Remember we talked about that last week. Reciprocity. Honey, you sow bad seeds, some stuff is going to come back to you that you put out. You want to be lying and carrying on people? Trust and believe. You don't have to defend yourself from a flying monkey because flying monkeys don't exist. So why would you defend yourself against something that's not even real? What you do is you protect yourself. That's what you need to do. I gave you some terms. Now I want to give you some tools. Let's watch this 3-minute clip.
Before you embark on the journey of putting a narcissist in their place, there is one thing you should keep in mind. It will be the fight of your life. If you have been allowing a narcissist to manipulate you and dominate you for a long time, it will be a fight to change things. But you will be so glad you did. Narcissists are wired to be abusive because they lack empathy. They naturally take offense and misunderstand the needs and perspectives of others. They can be rattled by the tiniest thing. When they get angry, they may call the other person names, confront them, use slurs against them, use closed-off behavior, or the silent treatment. They can do it in a very calm and cold way, which is even more disturbing than if they'd rejected you openly. It's good for you to realize that the narcissist is not going to change, and you'll be relieved when you realize you can spend your energy somewhere else. It will be the fight of your life, but it will be worth it. Here are 10 tactics to put a narcissist in their place. We recommend you stick around with us until sign number 10. When you hear number 10, you'll be surprised you never thought of it. Number 1, call them by their name. There is something very personal about calling someone by their name. For a narcissist, it can be chilling. It's an indication to them that you are not afraid of them. You can look them in the eye and call them by their name when you speak to them. Narcissists tend to see people as things rather than individuals. So when you call them by their names, you are showing them that you are different from that. You have more emotional intelligence than they do. Repeat their name often throughout a conversation. It will throw them off. Number 2, remind them to stick to the subject. Don't let the narcissist change the subject in the middle of the conversation. That's a common tactic for narcissists. Their goal is to hurt you so that you can't argue anymore. They're hoping that the argument will be so miserable that you will never try to confront them again. Don't let them get away with that. Keep bringing it back to the matter at hand. That will stop them in their tracks. Don't be like them and engage in a fight with them. If they attack you, don't attack them back. The narcissist will try to push your buttons so that you will lose control. Then they make it seem like you are the villain. Keep your cool. Don't let their intensity affect you. Number 3, don't take responsibility for their emotions. If you do get emotional, it's okay. They may accuse you of being oversensitive. Don't let them push you to the edge. Maintain your composure. If they are angry with you, let them be angry. They might try to blame their negative emotions on you. Don't let them. If you take responsibility for their emotions, they will use that to manipulate you and get you to do whatever they want. If they're mad, they'll get over it. It has nothing to do with you. Number 4, until they stop attacking you, don't talk to them. Once a narcissist starts to abuse you, they will not stop. It could be verbal abuse, tearing down your character, yelling, or treating you like you have no value. Don't let them get away with that. If they talk to you like that, refuse to speak back. Narcissists like attention. They even like negative attention. If you lash out at them for lashing out at you, the cycle will never end. They want to have a punching bag. If you allow yourself to be their punching bag by continuing to speak to them when they are attacking you, they will not stop. You have to put your foot down and stop talking to them when they behave that way. Number 5, do not deceive yourself.
Okay, so if you want to watch the rest of that video, I put the link in the description box. You can go back and watch it. I'm also going to put another link in the description box to the video of a vlogger here on YouTube exposing the narcissist. She is excellent. She has videos from 3 to 11 minutes. They're short, but they are extremely informative. She's going to show you how you can get in, get out, get in, meaning in with the narcissist, so you can get out. Remember, I told you, if you're dealing with a narcissist, you either need to run if you can get out, but if you have to stay in and you have to deal with it, I'm going to show you how to tickle the tongue of the lion's mouth until you get your head out. When you get your head out, you run for your life. If you have to stay in it, you're going to have tools on how to deal with that and keep your sanity and keep your authenticity so you can be authentic and not walking on eggshells and not being your total self, because this person is controlling you and manipulating you and being selfish and trying to use you for their selfish gain, and not at all in partnership with you, but literally in usury, a usury relationship with you. So she's going to speak about the three masks of the covert narcissist, which is what we've been talking about, the sneaky ones, the undercover ones. And again, you can go back and check any of her other videos. The one I put in the description box is just 6 minutes long, and I believe that it will be very informative. So that's pretty much all I have for you today on narcissism. We are going to speak about the hurt and how to heal from the hurt of a narcissist later on this year. But this part of the series, we're done with it, because all I can do is give you some terms and some tools so that you can then make up your mind, and you're going to have to make up your mind to be consistent to get out of this thing. Some of you, again, are in dangerous situations. You email me if you need some coaching on how to get out of that. The email is in the description. Email address is in the description box as well. So I want to say this to you. Protect yourself. Love yourself. Start with small ways of moving forward to getting out of the situation you're in, or living in it if it's a next door neighbor or a spouse or a child, and using the tools and the terms that you know about to be able to maneuver in that thing so you can live your life out loud and not allow anyone to control your happiness. Okay? So that's all we have for that. But let me tell you something. Right now, we're putting on the screen the 10 of you plus one who emailed me about the ingredients that I left out of my cupcakes And you were right, it was vegetable oil, but baby, those cupcakes were delicious, okay? And so you all got the answer right, and you emailed me right away. I had more than 10 emails, but I put an 11th name in here because you see that first person on the list? That person is first with everything. You hear me? Okay, Miss M, I appreciate you. You are such a great supporter. So I wanted to add an extra person in here because we have a special gift for you, Miss M, who's always first. Okay, so you ready? Here we go. Wait a minute. Maybe I better put my glasses on. Okay, if I don't do that, I might not be able to read it. Here they go. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Okay. And the winner is DMJ Kitchen. Congratulations. You win a $50 gift, sister, brother, whatever you are. We love you. God bless you. And Miss M, you always first. You get a $25 gift. So email me and let me know how we can get your gift to you. We really appreciate you. Yay, everybody. Listen, we are going to be having more giveaways in the future. In the spring, we'll give you more details as we get closer. We're giving away men, women, and children's clothes and shoes, household items, some new, some not so new, but they're all beautiful gifts to you that you can play games to get. We'll tell you about a shop and swap, and everything is going to be free to you. So tell your friends, like, share, and subscribe. That's coming up this spring. We'll have more details coming up soon. I love you. This is DLTV, Destiny Love. And one last thing. Do not let the narcissist mask fool you. Until next time, take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.